Awesome. Are you ready? All right, here we go.
That had not been a nightmare. I was awake. For certain. It was a hallucination. A hallucination
Right, sorry.
like those described by Faber in his letter, shortly before hanging himself from a beam in his office. A hallucination. Or something worse. Much worse. Had it done any good to return the music box to its owner? Husher might have the answer, but his whereabouts was still unknown, and his trail seemed to have gone cold as the days passed by. Perhaps
God.
in his office, somewhere in his papers. Among the documents he was researching while delving into the box's origins. Maybe there would be some clue in there as to where he had gone, or what he had done. Something that would help us to follow his footsteps. I had to find Sebastian Husher, but this time, my life depended on it. Grace, a PhD student and Husher's mentee, and Professor
Everybody.
Nassiri, one of
You
his
see what I mean in a
associates,
second.
gladly agreed to give us a hand with the search. They used to stay up late working in Husher's office, so that seemed like a good place to start.
We had no idea how serious the situation was. If we'd known about his family, those poor children.
I hope we can at least find out what exactly he was after, and where he went.
There are some papers on his desk that haven't been touched since he left. We have a good chance of finding something there.
Lately, I feel like something odd has gotten into Professor Husher. I mean, apart from his usual oddities. He seemed anxious about something and looked like he hadn't slept properly in days. No offense, Mr. Nora, but it looks like it's the same for you.
Don't worry, none taken. I'm well aware.
This is his desk. As you can see, there are a bunch of documents he uses as research for his novels.
It's all here. We better take a look at his computer and the shelves, too. The sooner we get started, the sooner we'll find something out. Look at this here. There are some notes where he mentions the music box, but I can't quite understand what he means. AA375 is underlined.
AA, that's how the documents in the Donations and Biographies archive are designated. Maybe he was looking for something there.
Biographies. Let's start with the archive, then. Where is it?
Donations and Biographies are on the basement level. I'm sure it will be closed, but we can easily find the janitor or a key. It's not a very busy area.
Husher was looking for something in the archive of donations and biographies. Finding it could be the first step to discovering his whereabouts. Okay, so there are only 3 options in this chapter. Daniel himself, Omar Nassiri, and Grace Richards. We're going to this episode is different from the first because I think in a nod towards the game it takes inspiration from Obscure. You make 3 different expeditions throughout the level. So we're going to be playing as Omar first, and then Grace, and then Daniel for the final part. Omar Nassiri, 33, light source, lighter. Omar, associate professor at the State University of Arts and Humanities. He has a PhD in art history and is a former student of Sebastian P. Husher, with whom he works regularly in the field of education and has developed a certain friendship. A dedicated professor and excellent motivator, Omar has developed a close personal and professional relationship with Grace Richards, a PhD student currently working under the tutelage of Husher. He's got some really good stats. Really high speed, really high stealth, decent strength and serenity. His special item are his reading glasses. I never miss a thing when I'm wearing these. So what these do is whenever you pick up an item that you need to inspect, you won't have to, like, move the item around to find the thing you need. He'll spot it instantly, just the second you press the examination button. Grace Richards, 29, torch, flashlight. Eager to discover the world beyond her borders, Grace, who holds a master's in history, flew from the United States to Europe to complete her doctoral thesis and carry out research that was personally important to her. Tutored by Professor Sebastian P. Husher, Grace is a brilliant student who has found in Omar Nasiri, a fellow foreigner, a mentor and friend with whom she has clearly formed a bond of mutual understanding. Incredibly high serenity and some good and great stealth, decent speed and relatively low strength. And typical of a college student, her item are caffeine pills, an energy boost for exam time. They make her run really fast, but she only has 3 of them. They're very situational, and honestly, I never ended up using them, but who knows? Oh, and fun fact, Omar is a Muslim. The diversity in this game continues. So we're going to be playing as him first. And I don't have... Ooh. Yeah, Kultaris Wisdom Tooth. Sometimes it can predict the future.
Let me go. I know the place. You keep searching this area.
Now, I have run into the same problem as last chapter here, where sometimes the presence will scare me in a way that crashes the game, but hopefully that won't happen. 3rd of October, 1998. A Twisted Trail. Now here's where you get some real hints in this chapter.
This place. There's something in the atmosphere. Something evil.
This is the chapter where you really get hints of just how bad things can get if the presence gets a hold of a populated area. Old copies of the News World newspaper. The last time I came to the newspaper archive, they were in the process of putting everything into microfiche. Fish? Yeesh? I don't know. Note from Professor Marino. A message for Maxwell Glover, janitor of the history department. Mr. Glover, I tried to give you back your access card, but I couldn't find you. I thought you were in the downstairs control room, but I see you're not. Anyway, I'm going away for the long weekend, and I'm not going to wait for you to turn up. We don't all have as much free time as you. God, what a dick. Click the shelves of the subject taught by Professor Dunn. From there, stand in front of the shelves that would contain my surname. Count as many shelves to the right as the size of Dunn's hat, and look on the upper shelves. Don't mistake the professor's hat for mine. They're very different. In fact, I'll take my own with me just to make sure. Goodbye and enjoy the long weekend. P.S. I'm not taking my hat in the end. Marino.
Marino. He's always the same. That man needs a therapist.
Notes from the admin staff. I don't think I need these. Okay, first, I need to go in here. This is useless. I don't think I can go in this room yet because it needs a key card, but...
No.
Yeah. Grace hates these fax machines. She says they're old-fashioned and that email is the future. She might be getting a bit overexcited there. Oh, just wait, Mr. Nasiri. Or, I guess, Professor. This looks like a tip. If people would just make the effort to put things in the bin, even just their empty cans. Alright. We're looking for Mr. Marino on here. Yep. Joseph Michael Marino, top right. To the left of Ruth O'Doherty. He has a top hat. So we're going to look for his hat. The top hat made of black felt. According to the label, it's size 8. The hat made of brown felt. According to the label, it's size 6. Now, I already need to look at this document again. Dunn's hat. Okay, so Dunn has this brown hat, and his hat is size 6. So, go pay that. Newspapers from August. What's it doing here? Records of former students. What would Marino need these for? I don't think the dean would be amused if the professor keeps alcohol in his office. One of those teachers. His bust is almost unrecognizable, so poorly looked after. Ooh, let's get the ship. Professor Marino loves model ships. Geography, art history, medieval history, literature. Go to the shelves of the subject taught by Professor Dunn. Okay, this is Marino's office, so it shouldn't say anything about what Professor Dunn does. At least I don't think so. The professor's butterfly collection. Grace despises him. She says it's psycho to keep that there. Let's go to Dunn's office. Copy machine doesn't seem to be working. Of course not. Zachary Dunn. Professor Dunn is one of the most highly qualified teachers we have. Paperwork, nothing of interest to me. I don't see anybody on campus. The summer renovation work is really far behind. That's what Professor Dunn about this academic research. Interesting, but not helpful right now. Professor's desk seems big enough to hide under. Dunn has set up his own semi-private library here. Every copy has been meticulously chosen. Shoot, maybe there's something else in the pictures outside that'll tell me what exactly Dunn teaches. Subject taught by Professor Dunn. Okay, let's look one more time. Maybe there's something I overlooked about the schedules. Shoot. I'm hanging around here too long. I think we spend too much time in one place, you like up your chances of being. I think, if I remember correctly, he was the literature professor, so we'll have to work with that. And if I'm wrong, we can come back. How bizarre. The cleaning staff never leave their trolley lying in the way. Ooh, wait, hold on. Now I know. Basic science, technology, social sciences, religion, literature. So 8. Literature, shelf, T. Okay, I'm gonna start there. The projector cable is missing. The people in this department have a problem with other people's stuff. Usher is perfectly capable of leaving a packet of cigarettes here. Could he be using the projector for his investigation? piece of paper laying around here that I can, on the tables that I can look at. Handwriting of those notes might be Sebastian's, but I'm not sure. Grace would probably know. She's good at that sort of thing. She probably would have been able to tell if I played as her in this chapter. Well, in this part of the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I swear if this game is. Okay. Shelf P. Q. S. T. Yeah, me too. The shelves similar to by Professor Dunn. From there, stand in front of the shelves that would contain my surname. Okay, no, we go to M. I am muttering a little bit, sorry. Let's see, shelf. P. That's not right, but I was interested. Wow, that's a long animation.
No.
Shelf N. Shelf M. Okay, then to the right, size of Dunn's hat, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Okay, maybe it's T instead.
Mm-mm.
The heck? Sure.
Mm-mm. No.
Let's try all the way to the right here.
No. Mm.
It said the upper shelves, didn't it? Count as many shelves to the right as the size of Dunn's hat, and look on the upper shelves. M, N, O, P, Q, R. Okay, so it should be S. That's T, so this is S.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
What the heck?
No.
Come on, I don't want to have to look up a guide the first. Up here then?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm starting to get annoyed. I don't want to have to look up a guide already, I just started the level. Okay. Go to the shelves of the subject taught by Professor Dunn. From there, stand in front of the shelves that would contain my surname. Marino, so M, count as many shelves to the right as the size of Dunn's hat, which was 6, and and look on the upper shelves. So M, N, O, P, Q, S. So it should be S. Oh no! Languages. ABI to MER. Shelf I. So, J, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's at shelf O. He did say surname. That means last name. Okay, I think the problem is I still don't know what exactly Dunn teaches. Okay, hold on. I'm pretty sure he was the literature professor. Okay, so shelf U. Literature, shelf U. That doesn't make any sense. You can't go 6 to the right from shelf U. Shoot. I guess I have to go back to the offices and see if I can find any hints on what exactly Dunn teaches. The stuff on his wall said that like he's one of their most qualified teachers, but didn't say what he teaches. Jesus.
Oh, God. Oh.
Already. I didn't
God
expect
is
that.
great. Thank you for saving me.
Everywhere giving interest to me. It's academic research. There's gotta be something. Semi-private library. Every copy is meticulously chosen. Nothing about what he... There we go. A 12:30 exam. Okay, we need to find out. Marina's office should say what... Marino's office should say... has the thing about exams and what time they're happening. Okay, if Dunn has an exam at 12:30... 12:30, 12:30. Okay, he is the literature teacher. Or... shoot. Did you see what the date was for it? It could be 12:30 p.m. It could be French or literature. I can just look. If it's the... shoot, hold on. It's the 15th, literature. If it's the 16th, French. Things a language teacher, right? So wouldn't that be French? The 16th. So yeah, French. Awesome. Not looking at that. You are helping. You are the bestest. Thank you. Okay, the shelves top by done, which means languages. So, yeah, shelf I. And then Dunn's hat was a size 6, so J, so... Shelf I, J, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it should be shelf O. There we go. It's the janitor's Maxwell Glover. He controls the access. He controls the access to the restricted areas of the archive. It said the upper part of the shelves. Uh-oh. Whether people come here to do research or to get food out of the machine. I don't know how the cleaning staff manage it with such a small basin. Slides. A set of slides. They're designed to be projected onto a white screen. What the hell are those slides all about? Yeah, it has to do with the puzzle. Cleaning products and disinfectant. I don't think I need these. Okay, that's all that's useful in this room. Books waiting to be shelved. There's not enough room in either the old or the new archive. So much audiovisual material here that it still hasn't all been classified. Maxwell's recording.
I just saw something weird as fuck. I was out having a smoke because Miss Claire doesn't like me smoking near the books, even though the students do it all the time. When I came back, the slide machine had switched on by itself. Professor Husher once mentioned that the same thing had happened to him, so I thought it was just acting up again. I went to turn it off, and I saw there was a picture of the old archive door projected on the screen. Then the door started to open. I couldn't look away, and when it opened a bit more, I could have sworn I saw the control room from downstairs. And not just that, there was someone in there holding the release lever. It was me. I was in there. I pulled the cable, took the slides, and got the hell out of there. That's all you want, but now... Oh, I'm scared to go back downstairs.
This black stuff doesn't look like just dirt. So weird. Wait, there's the desk. I don't think so. Locker is open. Looks like a person can fit inside. Good to know. Here, everyone just stores materials wherever they can. It feels strange that Maxwell isn't there at the other side of the window. This door, the door from the slides, I could see myself behind it, and now it's real and I can open it. The image from the slides is a door. I can get the chain off, but I'm going to need the key. I need to open it in order to get out. It's all so dark, but if I can get out, maybe there's light out there. So we need to find something to keep that lever pressed.
I have to...
Do you think they put an animation for opening doors quicker? Okay, here we go.
Managed to get away.
Power adapter. A double-ended cable, one end to plug into the socket, the other to connect to an electrical device. The old archive has needed renovations for years. I'm not surprised these books are in here. It looks like the door is ajar. Should I open the door? Yes. Shears. We need those for later. Quite a bit later, actually. You'll see what I mean. Oh, yeah. One of the few situations where it's like, ask me that yes or no thing, and you are, in fact, supposed to do the thing. Yeah, the only door like that in the entire game.
Feeling this isn't going to be anything like giving a class.
Right, you are. Door. Let's be last. Okay, the door needs to be first, actually, because it goes back and forth. This needs to be second. Darn, very close, but not quite. So wait, what exactly are you trying to do in this puzzle? Okay, we're trying to make it all make sense. Go backwards and forwards, so we need the light to be on.
What's this? Where did these lights come from?
So that this chest is no longer... so that this key is no longer protected by the darkness. Let's try that way. Shoot. Oh, that's creepy. The only constant I'm aware of is the door needs to be the first slide and the last. So. Stupid rats. It loops back to the door, so the door needs to be first. It starts at the door, and it has to end at the door, because it goes forwards and then backwards to complete the sequence. Okay. I think. Close with that one. Okay. So I do need this. It needs to be before this. Okay. Yes!
Mm-hmm. A door? There's a door in the screen?
Why isn't he bringing out his lighter?
This is... It's unbelievable.
Look at the walls.
What kind of hellish place have I gotten into?
God almighty. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Max and Chloe. My god, it's the janitor's ring. How is this possible? We will need the ring later, but what we actually need was the arm. Well, to finish this part of the level, I should say. Oh god.
What's that? What's that noise?
Oh, it's not crashing the game this time. Knock on wood.
Is there anybody out there?
Oh, Jesus. I think we're stuck in here until this thing decides it wants to leave me alone. Okay, his heartbeat stopped. Yeah, we have to wait. Okay.
The old archive. I haven't been here in so long.
Now we need to go all the way to the back. Biography of the Legrand family, an old book about the Legrand family, rather the worse for wear. European families great and small, compilation of biographies of prominent members of high society. Volume 17, House of Legrand. Syria being so winding gives me a bad feeling. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything is completely normal right now. So this is how you're supposed to actually encounter this minigame for the first time. And of course, because it's the tutorial version, it's easy.
Oh my god! What was that?
And with that, we have completed Omar's part of the game.
I think this is part of what Husher was investigating.
Let's see. It's a book about Argos Legrand. A biography, or a collection of articles about him, I think. He apparently spent part of his life traveling the world in search of odd, rare events. Rich people stuff. I don't know.
Rich people stuff indeed, Daniel.
Biography suddenly ends right after his last journey. It says here, he returned without his equipment, without the huge amount of money he wasted on the project, and with a simple memento of the music he brought home to his little girls, 8-year-old Elaine and newborn Ariadne, and here's a note from Husher that says, "See the Archives Events newspaper." Is there a newspaper archive over here?
Husher checked a news item in the History Department's newspaper archives. Why he did so remains a mystery. So this is the next part of the level. It is the one I don't remember as well. Hopefully it'll come to me as we play. Thankfully, Grace having really high serenity works in our favor.
I'll go take a look. You check out what else is in that notebook.
Alright, come on, Grace, you're the woman of color in this. Do not let me down. You're not supposed to die. It may be 1998 in the game, but it's 2025. History Department Newspaper Archive. Now this is where stuff gets really creepy. You'll see what I mean.
I have to find the newspaper Professor Husher was looking for.
Shoot, I can't make out much of her face, but I don't think she's making a weird expression, so... There's nobody in the secretary's office. I'm not surprised.
Is the secretary's office?
It's the secretary's office sensor.
The door
must be closed. The movement sensor that locks the door to the secretary's office. This means a bit paranoid, to be honest. We need to find something to negate the sensor, essentially. Are you ready? Where have the builders gone? Notes from a painter. I brought the secretary flowers today, and she wasn't there. Nobody was. Where did everyone go? The whole crew was supposed to be here today to paint. If this is a joke, I don't think it's funny. I'm not painting by myself. I'm gonna sit here and bum around until the joke is over. If you're not here by then, I'm out of here. You can tell the boss if you want. Tell him why you think it's funny for all of you to disappear just because I was half an hour late. See if he laughs. It's not funny. Seriously, it's not. on the lights. Please, turn on the lights. Please. The renovations are only half done. All the materials just left abandoned. The paint is totally dry. These renovations, weren't they supposed to be finished weeks ago? Yeah, the fact that the fact that the renovations are, like, late and were supposed to be finished weeks ago, like, these guys, this could have happened a while ago. We have no idea if any of it happened earlier tonight, or... Now, there is one door somewhere down this hallway that you never get to go through. Like, it's tainted by the presence. And I can't remember which one it was. Did you hear any weird noises on the other side of that? It might have something to do with this specific part of the building not being used by them, or not being used as often, and it's also been established that there wouldn't be many people here anyway. Omar mentioned summer renovations, so it seems like very few people would be here anyway. Her facial expressions are normal. Some departments hold meetings here. It looks like something forced them to abandon a meeting halfway through. What are those pictures? I don't think there's anything useful in here, actually. Just a room to creep you out, I guess.
There's something on that table.
I will have to use this for something, I presume. And here's a table to hide under if I need it. I think that's one of only 2 hiding spots in this entire part, but to be fair, Omar had only 1, so... It's one of these 3 doors. If there was space in the archive, these books wouldn't be here. This is all because of the renovations. Oh god, already. Lord,
Jesus Christ, my whole life just flashed before me.
the lockers are closed. These are the researchers that work in the office. I think it's this one. Yep, that specific office. So I think these other two we can go in. It's closed. Maxwell must have the keys for the offices. Yeah, we need to find the keys. Forgot about that. Which means this one's probably also locked. Yep, we need to find Maxwell. Which I think he's close by. But first I need to find something else to help him. You'll see what I mean when we find it. I can't. I don't know what I need to find in here yet. Getting a coffee out of that machine is like playing Russian roulette. Why am I looking at the garbage? The person has written stuff here, although the handwriting looks similar, and so does random words, and strange ones at that. Oh gosh. Ooh, don't like that. These tables is quite unendurable. This one. I'll take note, because there's something making me uneasy. Cannot blame you, girl. Professor Hesher is a Luddite when it comes to technology, so I can't imagine he's been investigating here at the desks. What a bummer, I can't get in there. These boxes weigh a ton. Wait, no, I need to go back. Maxwell's in the bathrooms. Put this heavy chain here. If I remember right, these offices right here don't have anything useful in them yet either. I need to find other things first.
What now?
Is there anything this game wants to crash on me? Also, for Grace to have such high serenity, she's only been attacked once.
This is weird. Very weird.
Oh gosh. The emergency exit. If it weren't for Professor Husher and because Omar would come to find me, I would just run out of here. Not yet. This is just something to scare me. Paint roller. It's a bit wet. I could paint with it. Fuck you, Marino. I completely agree. The guy is just from a different planet. I honestly can't tell. Is she making a weird face? No. Okay. Ah, okay. There's something else I need to find. I'm gonna explore the desks and then maybe those offices that I can get into. I wonder if the microfiches have already been archived. Look at these other desks, because I'm sure there's something here. What I'm looking for has got to be here somewhere. Their windows are almost always shut in here. You can tell by the stuffy atmosphere. Damn, none of the computers are working. Getting access to certain information will make life easier.
Help me. Oh,
Max?
please.
Is it you? Max? It's me, Grace. Are you okay?
No. I can't get out. My flashlight is out of batteries. I need batteries.
Okay, Max, don't move. I'm gonna find some batteries.
That graffiti reminds me of high school. I don't like things that remind me of high school. That's fair, girl. Okay, I think what I need is in the other bathroom. Blocked drainage dripping tap, result, flooded bathroom. Paint is ready to apply. Again?
Am I hearing voices? God, what's going on in here? Just a little redecorating. Hopefully I got the damn thing to stop working.
So much fuss with the movement sensors that nobody sneaks into the secretary's office, and then they just leave all this lying around. Ah, here we go. No way, the battery cover is stuck. Combine with the pen. Batteries. Maxwell's room is so small to start with, and they go and fill it with junk that's not even his. Desk number, drawer number 10. It looks like any normal day at work, but there's nobody here. I think there's a document I can find around in there somewhere. They can... Oh god, did you see that? Closed. We'll never know what's inside. Record sheet for the newspaper archive. Department, Newspaper Archive, Secretary's Office, date 17th of August. Name, Jill. Room A, Professor Wesk. Room B, Professor Husher. Room C, empty. Incidents/comments. Becca, read this as soon as you get it. Professor Husher is acting weird. He wanders around the archive all day, lost in thought. It's odd, even for him. He barely even answers me. Sometimes he carries a music box he winds up every now and then. Mr. Spencer has taken him to task several times, and whenever he does that, it looks as if Husher has just woken up. Then he goes back to his office and spends hours holed up in there. Chris says he's the same at night, if not worse. We think he slept in his office because no one has seen him leave, and William says he heard strange noises that sounded like screams, but when he went to check, no one was there. Today he asked me about the Northern Advertiser Archives, a small newspaper from some godforsaken little town, from 1913. What the hell would he be looking for there? If you notice anything really weird, call security. No one has seen Max for days, and something tells me that before the holidays are over, something's going to happen. I have a bad feeling about this. Did you enjoy all the Resident Evil name drops? First, this.
Max, I think this is yours.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I thought I lost it forever.
Now remember, where did we find that ring? What had Maxwell talked about in his audio recording? About this other door on the projector.
Max, I found batteries for you.
Oh, thanks. It's so dark in here. So dark.
Maxwell's keychain. These keys are for the research rooms.
Max? Are you there? Max? Where are you? Max?
Should I take Maxwell's lucky coin and save my collectible for later? Yes. Maxwell's lucky coin, collectible item. Heads and tails, yes and no. Pushing your luck can be dangerous. Okay, so this is heads. Oh, what does that say? Solus in tenebris, light in the dark. Or souls in danger, something like that. So the lighthouse is heads. No, it's the same. It's the coin I told you about where you can flip it to figure out whether or not you need to do one of those should I do this things. And if it lands on heads, it means you should. If it lands on tails, you shouldn't. Let's go in here first. Looking for. Don't like that. An advertiser. I really don't want to stand in that. 1909. I don't know what happens if I stand in that. Jesus fuck. Oh. God, that was something out of Silent Hill 2. I've never had that happen before. No, turn the flash back on. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. So we got the microfishes. I need to find something else in one of these offices.
Oh, I don't like this.
Okay, I'm looking for Husher's office specifically. I think I'm gonna sit here.
Weird as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Ban. Okay, ban to the scammer. Wait, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, thank God. I want to mention that Professor Husher liked this type of painting. Could he have been here? Hasty note. Legrand Amsberg, wealthy but fallen on hard times during the 20th century. What happened? Death of Argus Legrand. Check records and investigate the family, past and present. Heirs? Distant relatives? I have to find out about his life, but also his death. 17th of March. Okay, now I think I have everything I need to look up what to do and I need to do.
Am I seeing things?
Not going in there. Oh, it doesn't make it happen. High Serenity doesn't make the entity attack less often. It means it has to do it more times before it will trigger a minigame. Like, by now, Omar had already dealt with like 2 of them. This is not the right one to use. I'm pretty sure it jump scares you, so I'm going to ignore it. And there's nothing else useful in here. Rolls of film scattered about everywhere. I can't imagine Professor Husher found anything useful in here. I guess that wasn't what I needed. Hold on. 17th of March. Okay, so March 17th, 1913. So I was right. Yep, there we go. Printed from the macrofiche. LeGrant Amsberg family dies. Argus LeGrant, the LeGrant family heir and owner of the business conglomerate LGA Inc., has died in mysterious circumstances, along with his wife and his elder daughter, who was 8 years old. The events took place last night in the family's holiday home, where they were spending some time in spring after the well-known magnate had been on a trip. Although the authorities have said very little in their public statements and the lines of investigation are open, the strongest theory so far is that the family has been the victim of a violent robbery, with the only survivor being the younger daughter, Ariadne, who is safe and sound under the care of police officers. Yeah, so the game really trolls you. If you, chickened out and didn't grab those pliers, whoever you're playing as at that moment dies.
There's something here. A note from a certain Sylvia that says, Professor Husher, remember to pick up your typewriter and the rest of your belongings from the library desk. This is the university library. If you need your own space, you can use your office. If Husher left documents in there, it may be worth taking a peek, too.
I'm so glad I played this game with a guide my first time around.
This might have something to do with Husher's investigation.
Let me see. Oh, God, did you read that? Argus LeGrant.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have read it out loud. I forgot that Daniel does it, too.
The LGA Incorporated business conglomerate has died under mysterious circumstances along with his wife and 8-year-old daughter. It occurred last night at the family's holiday home, where they were spending part of the spring after the famous magnate's most recent trip. While police remain open-minded in their official statements and maintain that all lines of inquiry remain open, popular theories suggest that the family
Okay.
fell victim
The
to a
good thing is
violent
that this
robbery,
last section,
leaving
Daniel's,
their younger daughter,
is
Ariadne,
easy.
the sole survivor.
Like, well, not necessarily
She
easy.
is
It's
currently
it's by
safe
far
in
the
police
shortest.
custody.
The
God, they're all dead. This is a
the problem
dead
is that
end.
it's very
Usher
difficult
left some documents
in a
at the
way.
library. Maybe there's something there. It's all that's left to check.
And I might actually pull up a guide for it because I could never figure it out legitimately. Daniel's story must continue. If you lose him, you'll have to restart the episode. Do you wish to continue? Yes.
Keep searching. I'll go take a look.
Usher's investigation focused on Argus Legrand, but only he knows what he was looking to find in the Great Library. The Great Library. Thanks. Like I said, I'm probably just going to straight up look up the video guide for how to navigate this because it's something.
So, I just have to find the desk Usher used. Seems easy enough.
Timetables, notices, and reminders about rules. Typical. Leo. Ooh. I don't know how to say that. Lacon, I don't know, and his sons. Even I know this one. I don't, so I'm glad you do, Daniel. Yeah, flippin' sad, tired cutie. None of these notes are intelligible. I presume these computers are for the admin stuff. And there was something here. Oh, the other good thing is we don't have to worry about any of the presence mini games. Books on parapsychology. Was Usher reading them? You'll see why, though, in a second.
Oh. Oh, fuck. Right. And you thought it'd be so easy, didn't you?
He had to tempt it. So, Sky, would you like to see what the presence really looks like? With That right there is the disc I need to be at. Now, the one good thing is I'm pretty sure upstairs there's nothing to worry about. Not through here, anyway. In fact, there's stuff to look at through here. This is a fun little thing to let you know of in-universe, just how recent the presence is. In which Aten was typically depicted as a sun disk, emanating a radial series of arms ending in hands. Each hand held an ankh, a symbol of life, and collected offerings. Although no anthropomorphic images, otherwise common in Egyptian mythology, have been preserved, some of these sun disk depictions have been. As part of his religious revolution, not only did Akhenaten get rid of all such humanoid depictions, he also created, according to many Egyptologists, the first monotheistic religion. He named the pharaoh as the god's sole representative on earth, thus disbanding and discrediting the priesthood. Although all these changes could be explained as a consequence of the turbulent political situation of that time, the truth is that there are gaps in this understanding, which scholars have not overlooked. For instance, no one knows why Akhenaten suddenly decided to transform the way temples had been until then, closed, dark, where the concealment of the divine was paramount, into expansive, open-air temples where good lighting was the most important thing. There are also strange depictions where Aten is replaced, or perhaps opposed, by a dark, anthropomorphic figure also emanating a radial series of arms, but in whose hands the ankh does not appear. Sometimes these radial elements or arms do not have hands and have an ending. Yeah. You get an achievement for finding this. Discovering just how old the presence actually is. It's tempting, but I can't sit back and relax right now. I don't think there's anything that way. Nope. I can't place him, but his face looks familiar. I'm sure Sophie knows who it is. Oh yeah, episode 4 really delves into how ancient the presence can be. Okay, now the game wants me to go up here to fix this other camera, but I need to start from here, and I'm going to pause real quick and look up a guide. And I will not be ashamed of it. Song of Horror, Library Puzzle. Now, there is technically room for error. I can mess up the direction that I go twice. The third time, I won't get the option to pull away from the presence. Alright. This way first. Go around. This way. Between these tables. Through here. I think the person playing in this guide was also looking at a guide, because he's pausing every now and then. Come on, start walking. I'm absolutely shameless about this. Okay. Sharp turn around here. Come on, guy who's playing.
There it is. I'm almost there.
Got it. Sinister Nature, an old volume that tells the story of the investigations carried out by Legrand and his companions. Edgar Odell and William Laska?
This could be useful.
No, it's almost done. It's almost done, please.
What?
The chapter is literally almost done. It's just a cutscene now.
Shit.
Yay, sorry.
There was another book about Argos Legrand in the library. A compilation of research trips written by two of his associates in the early 1900s. Sinister Nature was a kind of narration of Legrand's frustrated trips in search of paranormal phenomena, with one of the last pages marked by Husher, the cursed council at St. Cecilia's Abbey. St. Cecilia, the patron saint of music. I'm not sure what Husher wanted when he set out in Legrand's footsteps, or how long he planned on doing it. But it was a start. The best place to start looking, before it gets too late.
The day, but oh no, I forgot. There's an intermission segment. Okay, you can go eat dinner if you want. This is gonna take a few minutes. Sebastian P. Husher, age 54, light source, lighter, an eccentric character with traditional tastes. Husher is a prolific writer of historical fiction who combines literary creation with professorship at the State University of Arts and Humanities. He is used to traveling all over the world and investigating little-known events that provide the inspiration for his future works. Yeah. However, his most recent journey has turned out to be very different from the rest. The great thing is, see how high his stealth is? It's like at the max. I don't think you actually deal with any mini-games in this. I don't think it's possible to. But yeah, I can wait and go ahead and eat, and I will be probably looking up another guide for how to deal with his section, because I don't think you can die in it, but it's still a little confusing if you don't know what you're doing. No problem. Alright, I'm in the mood to ask a morbid question, actually. So, how many dead bodies do you think are, like, mixed into the infrastructure of New York City's oldest buildings? Like, they did not have safety harnesses back then. You think it's a lot? I feel like it's probably a lot. Because, like, what are they gonna do? Fish the corpse out of wet concrete? God, that must have been horrible for the time. I mean, I don't know how often it was at that point in history to have, like, nothing to even bury when you lost a loved one, but, like, I don't think I would ever be able to go inside that building ever again. Well, I don't think I would ever be able to go inside of it at all once it was finished being built. Because, like, my God. Let's see. What other random stuff have I thought of recently? Sorry about that. Awesome, you're back. Yay. Okay. I was just having a riveting one-person conversation with chat. The non-existent chat. Okay. Scott, have you ever wondered how many corpses must
Isaac,
be
my
in,
dear
like,
friend,
the infrastructure
you
of
don't
old...
know what you've done with that cursed music box. By the time you tried to warn me, we had all heard the music. Now I find myself trapped in a tragic race against time. I had a hunch. I thought that perhaps by returning the box to you... Damn it, I've been such a fool. I lied, Isaac. I'm sorry. I just need you to hold on while I find a way to make things right. I left the house without telling Catherine. How could I possibly explain something like this? I thought she'd never believe me, and I was wrong. But now it's too late. I only hope you're all safe, and that you will find a way to forgive me. I must put an end to this once and for all, for my family, for you, and for my own sake. Argos Legrand. Everything revolves around that name. He was the person who had the box crafted and picked out the melody. I know he died in 1913. Newspapers of the day reported a violent burglary in his home. Everyone died, save for Ariadne, who was just a baby at the time. The case was closed, but something just doesn't add up. The police investigation was far too short-lived, and the bodies were not buried, but incinerated. I believe they were trying to hide the truth. I discovered that the book, Natura Tenebrosa, was written by two of Legrand's collaborators, the same two who followed him across Europe, researching all matter of ridiculous legends, all equally far-fetched. The last case in the book speaks of Legrand's last journey, on which he embarked just before making the music box. I've followed in his footsteps for weeks now, visiting every place, following every lead about that melody. Alas, I have reached the last leg of this journey, in the north. I find myself among the deserted ruins of St. Cecilia's Abbey, now covered in snow. Here, in 1912, the annual concert in honor of the patron saint of music was held. Legrand was not there at the time, but he came to investigate soon after. Every single person who attended that concert died or disappeared in mysterious circumstances, and the Abbey has been abandoned ever since. The connection is clear. I know there must be something here, a clue I can pursue. If not, I don't dare think about the future. I can barely distinguish what's real from what's not. Something is watching me, following me, drawing closer and closer by the day.
The melody still haunts me. Its notes echo constantly in my head. With each passing minute, they sound more ghastly and foreign. I see darkness all around me, and shadows lurking in the corners. I see my world merging with something else. I see another place. The black figure. I feel it's here with me.
Is this the end? Second of October, 1998. Interlude. End of the road. St. Cecilia's Abbey.
Time to move.
Time to
I
move.
have to find
have
it.
to find it. The drip has filled up the basin. There's all kinds of filth washed down from the roof. The stairs must have collapsed ages ago. I need to find another way to get up to that balcony. Don't need to go in there yet. Smells worse than it looks, if that's possible. Looks like there's something down there blocking the main drain. Silent Hill 2 reference! I don't think I'll need anything so disgusting. This plumbing system is extremely complicated for just a few toilets. There's a layer of damp and decay on every single surface in this room. Ancient amphora like the ones Catherine put in the garden. I wonder if she and the kids miss me. Yeah, like he genuinely has no idea that by now Isaac and his wife and kids are all gone. Map not available. Of course. Hold on. Allow me to consult the guide again. It is. Well, I mean, I guess for however dead one is once the presence gets a hold of you. I think other than the occasional spooky thing, I don't think there's any mini-games in this I've had a flick through those books before, but there wasn't anything useful. They've almost fallen apart with the exposure to the elements and the damp in this place. I need the hoe. It's pretty rusty, but still strong. Most of these natural remedies were expired before I was even born. From what I can make out through the folds of the sheets, these remains have been here for decades. There are a few utensils on the table. Yeah, this is what tells me I probably don't need to worry about any mini games, because he doesn't say, "Oh, this is a good hiding place." What's this? Looks like a spring from some sort of hydraulic system. I think that pressing the spring started the water flowing, but there's not enough getting through to move that bookshelf. Dirty dishes just left there. I wonder how long they've been here. The books are beginning to fall apart, and the jars of chemicals look like they've been festering for years. There are a few utensils on the table. Plants still grow in these cans. Okay, now we head back out. Stairs. Pause real quick. I'm sorry. Just in this room, nothing particularly interesting. Let's pull a lever. Okay. Damn, the door must have closed before when I left the room. There was a small crack. It only had some tool to stick in there. Like a hoe! Blacksmith's room.
I'm glad
Who's
I did
that?
this. It's nice and warm.
Fountain pen. Personal item. Passive. I still have many books to write. While I have my fountain pen, I know I will live to tell the tale. Usher. Okay, so yeah, he straight up can't die, I guess, while he has this in his inventory. The piping system is very complex. What a relief it is to light the brazier. Brazier? I don't know. I feel like brazier isn't right. All of that. Now the water's running through this pipe. I have to make sure I open all of the water valves. Now. We've made a loop back around. Go through here. To this room. Okay, now we can head back up. I've opened it for the water to pass through. I think I should go back upstairs. I gotta say, these characters are braver than I am. I don't think once I got into a room, I would be able to bring myself to leave. Oh. Ooh. Sebastian just built different, I guess, with this magic pen that doesn't let him die. And Voila! 'Tis open. Ugh.
What's this?
Remarks made by the prior. Notes written by Father Malachius, prior of the St. Cecilia's Abbey, about the monks' behavior. Some days ago now I observed the brothers performing a strange ritual. They took turns to sit in front of a mirror and, facing it, light the lamp and then put it out. This shall remain as written testimony of everything that has been discovered and that has been passed on to me, as it may prove valuable to whomsoever finds it. Sitting in front of the mirror, they observe their own reflection and everything behind them. They then proceed to put the lamp out, or dim its flame to the point that the eyes, blinded by the previous glow, no longer see. Thereupon, they light it once more, and again observe their reflections and everything behind them, repeating the process several times. And sometimes, God help us, the reflection shown in the mirror isn't what it should be. I can't begin to describe the horrors that appear. The mere act of committing them to paper is an insult to our Lord. But what I can say is that the more frequently these horrors appear, the closer they are, and the less time we have until they're no longer in the reflection.
I hope he can't get it open.
I'm not coming back this way. Whatever that was, I'd rather not come face to face with it. Does this hallway look familiar to you in any way? The scribblings of desperate monks, desperate like me. My God, how awful. Why are there so many bodies piled up here? Mm-hmm. Somebody's made sure no one could get it into the cell or out of it.
If this works, let's see how much I have left.
To be continued. The game once again trolls you. I thought for sure I was going to get a jump scare when I first did this. And that was episode 3 of Song of Horror. Next up is episode 4, The Last Concert, where you will really, really see just how horrific being haunted by the presence can be. Yeah, I was expecting a scare as well. Yeah, you know they knew people would be expecting it. So, fun fact, this episode, episode 3, took inspiration from the game, obscure in itself, a pretty obscure game. This next episode takes inspiration from Amnesia: The Dark Descent, which should let you know what to expect. Ugh. Anyway, thank you so much for watching me play this again. I can't wait to get to episode 4. It is the one my memory is like 4 and 5. The last 2 episodes are where my memory of how to get through it gets a lot hazier. I will try not to consult a guide unless I have to, but it may happen. So, okay, I will talk to you later. All right. Thanks again so much for watching, and I hope you have a good night.